Rockin' Larry Lockin here with the Pleiadian Light Grid Project in association with Pleiadian Express Productions, both YouTube and Google Plus channels. I wanted to share with you, in here in a moment or so, one of the collectives that I happen to have contact with and channel once in a while, the Pleiadian Lyran Rainbow Orb Collective, is going to come through and reshare a message with you that they shared with me the other night. Just to cover the situation briefly, I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was looking around on YouTube for a show to listen to, because I like to listen to, other sources to figure out what other people are talking about, what various other talk shows are covering, and, what kind of subjects they're delving into as far as the extraterrestrial and metaphysical world goes. And I came across an episode of Coast to Coast from the other night with Linda Moulton Howe on it. She's on there once a month, and when she's on there, she does some of her own interviews, and she's a very good interviewer. I'll say that about her. She's the type of interviewer that her questions are so pinpoint and rapid that it would trip anybody up. Most people that were full of bullshit, she would totally trip up. Then again, if you were somebody who, say, wasn't that articulate of a speaker and kind of rambled all over the place like somebody I know sometimes does, her questions are as such that you'll answer a question and she'll be shooting a question right back at you, and that keeps you on track. And basically she's asking you the next step. I mean, she's already knowing what she needs to ask you and what you need to say to continue on with your point. But anyway, enough about that. They were talking about the environment and everything. Of course, we've heard, what can we say about the environment? It's a mess, and at the same time, we've heard over and over and over again, for years on Coast to Coast and other shows about, hey, the environment's falling apart, global warming, the tide levels are rising, ice caps are melting, and on and on and on. And yet nobody really seems to do anything about it because they're stuck wondering what they should do about it. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I finally had to throw my arms up, and I was like, when is it going to come to a time when we've reached that tipping point where this becomes, like, first and foremost, one of, if not the most important issue on every Earth human's mind? You know what I mean? To where the governments can't ignore it anymore, and the people have to really, force the issue a bit. I mean, when is that going to happen? What event or events are going to need to take place to, I mean, of course, we know if we continue to go in one certain direction, this will happen or that will happen. But I was just sitting there thinking and tripping on what is going to be that tipping point. What is it going to take? It was at that point my Orb Collective, the Pleiadian Lyran Orb Collective, chimed in, and they kind of chuckled with me a little bit too, because they don't operate on predicting the future. They operate on innate possibilities and parallel timelines. So they kind of got a chuckle out of it too, in a loving, sad, humorous way, because they wonder too, when it's so obvious, these issues that we've got going on here on Earth. I mean, it's just about to the point where really, people really need to stop what they're doing and take a look at this, And so basically they had some information for me. They wanted to let me know that, of course, it's not about getting out there and yelling and screaming and protesting and carrying signs. That kind of method was how it used to be done and what was needed to be done at the time to raise awareness to the issue. But now, you only need about, they're saying, anywhere from 2 to 4% of the Ascend Earth movement is based on, only 2 to 4% is needed of that kind of vocal, loud protesting, in your face protesting. The rest of it is just by peaceful methods of calmly talking about this. Dropping a line to somebody, bringing it up in a conversation in a non-judgmental, non-threatening way. Raise the awareness about these different environmental issues through talking to people, but not preaching to them, not acting like you're over passionate and that's the most important thing in the world to you, which granted I could understand why it is, but you don't want to make people think that what they feel isn't important, or that their issues aren't, even if their issues aren't as relevant as the environment. You don't want to make them think that, your issue is more important than theirs. But um, at this time, the Pleiadian the Rainbow Orb Collective is going to come in, and they're basically going to tell you what they told me. They're going to go ahead and repeat it as far as, as far as their take on the environment goes, from what they see, and um, what is basically needed for humanity to, besides, more awareness, what kind of things that they could do to speed up this process of, keeping the earth habitable and turning the tide on all these, endless things that are plaguing the earth and that are really becoming, they're going to become a real forefront issue on several agendas. I mean, the oceans, the ice caps, the rainforest, the manipulation being done to our weather by, everyone and anyone in secret breakaway civilizations, or, um, nasty extraterrestrial agenda-based races. But take a deep breath, absorb their energy, and step aside for them. We, the Pleiadians, let me start off by saying greetings to our ancient star family, our Earth collective of souls. Many of you, and many of you that will hear this, are our family. We are you. You are in our collective. And if you don't know that already, you will awaken to that fact really soon, step by step. We, the Pleiadians, in our case from the Pleiadian Lyran Rainbow Orb Collective, are just one of many star nations and star races that are known for transforming planets into habitable environments for various species. This you may commonly know as terraforming. Various star races are known for mastering the elements, replenishing environments, and turning waste into reusable resources. We have long since, for eons, established our own method of 3D printing planets, so to speak. We can also shift physical matter, such as mountains and landscapes, with sound and light. The way wind can move grains of sand, Earth humans are already beginning to discover ways to turn their trash, plastic, and pollution back into sustainable energy. Of course, a highly advanced species like ours has far superior technologies to help support you with this process. Not to mention, we also possess the ability for you to harness vast amounts of energy far beyond your needs could ever possibly conceive of. It is up to the Earth human collective as a whole to embrace these various star nations, races, and soul collectives, to let go of fear and embrace contact with these beings of light, your star family from the skies. And that will then lead to your rapid evolution, sustainable technologies, cleaning up your oceans, the air, resolving the drought crisis that is becoming more and more dangerous by the day, new food cultivation and nutrition technologies. These are just a few of the things that will come into your consciousness through free will at some point anyway. The sooner you learn to let go of fear and embrace us, make contact with us. We are around you at all times. We love you. We observe free will. And we are here for you. And we must also emphasize that due to free will, it is completely up to the human collective on Mother Gaia to determine how fast and profound contact with star races such as us, other Pleiadians, Lyrans, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, and many, many others could be influential in cleaning up your environment. It is up to Earth, humanity, the whole collective on Mother Gaia, to determine how fast that occurs and to determine how fast in linear Earth time the cleaning process takes place. It is up to you. We have a great deal to offer, but it is up to Earth humanity. It's yours for the asking. Embrace it. Ask for it. Ask for contact from us. And with that, we will go ahead and thank our vehicle for giving us this opportunity to share this little bit of knowledge with you and our thoughts on this. And with that, we would like to bid you a good day, a good night, a good evening, a good morning, wherever you might be, but all in one place. This has been the Rainbow Lyran, the Pleiadian Rainbow Orb Collective, saying namaste.